Hello, everyone. Welcome to Strange Old Men in a Strange Old Cave, a podcast where we start and then stop doing it for a while, but then we start back again. I'm your host, Tommy Hale, and I'm with Harrison Smith.
I poop in the sink.
That's good to know. So, everyone, all the listeners at home, keep an eye on your sink. Harrison might
Mm-hmm.
poop in it.
Yep.
So, it's been a while, Harrison.
It has. I mean, we've had. I think the last time we actually recorded a podcast was over the summer, and junior year has kicked us both in the balls, Tommy.
I feel like it's more grabbed and then, kicked.
Ripped off.
Pretty much.
Okay.
And it's awful.
Yeah, junior year's lame.
Yeah, but you gotta do it, right?
Yep.
Unless you drop out of school. But don't
Don't
do
do
that.
that. Now,
Yeah.
Tommy, what are we going to talk about tonight?
Well, tonight we're gonna talk about a topic, kind of a strange topic. It's the odd fascination about bad movies, and when I say odd fascination, it's that Harrison and we really like watching bad movies, and we're not. It's kind of weird, you know. Like normally when you think, oh yeah, it's like, oh, you guys like watching bad movies. Well,
It's weird.
yeah, but we're not talking like bad, prequel bad.
We're talking about
We're talking so
so bad that
you wonder how did anyone make this? Now some people may argue about that with the prequels, but I'm talking like Troll 2. Like that's a good prime example of a movie that's just so bad you're wondering how why would anyone think of making that?
hmm Now, I think I honestly wonder if people like Neil Breen are artistic or something. No, I'm not. I legitimately wonder sometimes if Neil Breen's autistic, and this is not disparaging autistic people. This is disparaging Neil Breen.
But so for all you guys who don't know who Neil Breen is, a quick little description of Neil Breen is he is, in my opinion, the best worst director of all time. All of his movies are just so bad. They have such a low production value.
You
Yet
mean negative production value?
I'd be surprised or wouldn't be. But they're so bad and they're poorly made. The only redeeming qualities of any of those movies is that they're fun to laugh at. And I guess that kind of boils down, I guess that's overly simplified reason of why we like to watch them. Because
Yeah.
we find them funny. But it's those movies, you think of them, you watch it and we think, or at least I find it really funny because they're serious. They're serious 100% of the time. They say a really dumb line in the movie, but they're serious. It's you can't help but just laugh. And I guess a little disclaimer: we never watch bad movies by ourselves. I don't watch them alone. Harrison,
Yeah, it's not fun.
no, it's a social activity.
Yeah,
It really is.
it's really I tried to watch Double Down on my own and I couldn't. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, because when you're by yourself, it's like I could be playing video games right now. But
I could be doing whatever.
yeah. But I mean, if you're with a friend and you're like, man, we're bored. Hey, let's watch Double Down.
hmm
Double Down is the first Neil Breen movie. There's 4. We watched all of them except the 4th one, so we've watched 3 out of 4. And I have a funny story about Neil Breen, but I'll talk about that later.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're gonna talk about.
Yeah, you probably do. Um, so yeah, and I guess now let's talk about what indicators that hey, you're watching a bad movie.
Um, let's see. Incoherent plot
Yeah, that's
is the biggest one.
that's well, I wouldn't even say that's the biggest one because
I would.
well, I mean, like there's on it like movies nowadays. It's like some of them are kind of almost incoherent or whatever.
But Neil Breen transcends incoherent. Like,
So
Double
does
Down.
so does
Okay,
Birdemic, but
okay. Am I allowed to swear on here?
um, keep it minor.
Okay. You can't tell what the heck hey is going on in Double Down. You cannot. It's impossible to tell what's going on. Like, you've got Neil Breen in the desert screaming and running around. You've got him eating tuna in a car and almost swerving off the road while eating tuna. You've got Neil Breen like I think he has a magic rock
Oh yeah,
that cures cancer.
that's in one
that
of
he
the tuna cans.
that yeah, that's in one of the tuna cans, and then an old man gave him in the desert. So when you combine all of these things, you get Double Down, which might be the greatest movie of our time.
I don't know. I
Because
mean,
you just can't tell what the heck is going on.
pretty much, and um, it's it's almost as if that movie they filmed all the scenes and then drew a scene from like, all right, they like had all the scenes like written down on a piece of paper and put them in a hat, and they're like, and they just and for editing they just drew a number out of the hat. All right, looks like we're starting with scene 6, and then we're going to
Mhm.
scene 2, and then that's honestly what it felt like. It was insane. I was trying to watch it, and I'm like, I was with Harrison and our other friend, and I kind of looked both of them. I'm like, do you guys have any idea what's going on? They're like, Tommy, we haven't understood ever since you started this movie.
Mhm.
It's
Like it's like watching a train wreck where you can't look away. To be honest, watching a Neil Breen movie is.
but the train wreck happens out of sequence.
But the train wreck happens out of sequence. Like, for some reason, the back of the car, like the back of the train car, will derail, and then the caboose flies into the air at the speed of sound, while disconnecting from the rest of the cars, and the engine just explodes. It really is impossible to tell what the hell's going on in in a Neil Breen movie.
Yeah.
I mean, at least it does show improvement. Like Double Down is completely incoherent, which is Double Down's his first movie. Came out in 2005, and it looks like it is from the 80s. But
I don't know. I think Star Wars Episode 4 looked better, and that was in the 70s.
it did, it really does. Now,
Or like The Godfather, which was made before Star Wars Episode 4.
yeah,
That was like 1972?
No, yeah, 72
Godfather Part 1.
or
Papa
70.
Blast.
There's 70 or 72.
Yeah.
Anyway, but and then Passing Through, which is no, not Passing Through.
His latest one
Let's
is
see.
Pass Through.
I Am
but
Here Now. I Am Here Now. Is his
No, it's I Am
second
Here
one?
Now.
Now? I am here. ... Now.
No, it's not even a correct like ellipse or ellipsis. No,
It has 4 dots.
it's 4. Wait, is it an ellipse or ellipsis? I get those confused. One's a shape, and then one's the ...
What? Oh, I just think I had a little bit of a senior moment, Tommy. Or I
What?
was watching a video on YouTube Haiku.
Oh, come on, Harrison. We're trying to be professional here.
Tommy, we're never professional. Now,
That's
Tommy.
true.
Tommy.
Hmm.
Tommy.
Hmm.
Have you ever seen the greatest sight known to man in person?
In person, well, I don't even know what the greatest sight known to man is.
No, Tommy. You know what the greatest sight known to man is.
Is it is it passthroughfilm.com?
No,
The
Tom.
website of Neil Breen's latest movie?
No, Tommy. Unfortunately, it is the greatest sight in Double Down. And when I put emphasis on Double Down, you better believe that I'm putting emphasis on double down. Two things down low, Tommy. I'm talking about Neil Breen's scrote.
Oh,
The holy scrote.
okay, Harrison, you should explain for the viewers
Now,
at home
Tommy,
and viewers
Tommy.
slash listeners, because we're gonna be uploading this to SoundCloud. Link will be in the
Mm-hmm.
description, yo.
Now, in Neil Breen's movie Double Down, there's a sequence when his wife is murdered when they're both naked in a hot tub.
It's not even a hot tub. It's like a weird
It's
pool.
like a weird little pool. They're both murdered for some reason. I don't. It's never adequately explained why she's killed.
Nothing's ever
She's
adequate.
shot by a sniper, and then Neil Breen kind of falls into the pool with her, and they're both naked, but the camera is behind Neil Breen and he's floating face down, and you can see his saggy, distended scrotum floating in the water behind him.
It's very brief, but like
It's very brief,
and it's not
but
like
he was
it's
wearing
not like, it's like it's not like 100% noticeable. It's more
You have to look for it.
yeah, you have to look for it, but it's like holy
It's
crap.
definitely there.
Yeah.
That's Neil Breen's scrotum.
Mhm. It's
Mm.
insane.
It's to be honest, it's wonderful. Like I really it I wasn't sold on I really wasn't sold on Double Down until I witnessed the Holy Scrote. Like I wasn't I wasn't I was like I don't know. I can't latch onto this. This isn't good. But when I finally saw the Holy Scrote, all my doubts, all my dreams came true. My doubts were dealt with, and I had seen the face of God.
And then
Or
he had
should
a
I
stroke
say-
about 30 minutes later.
Oh,
But that's like an actual thing, and it's like that is just it was kind of disturbing.
yep. It's wonderful.
Yeah, but that's
I love the Holy Scrote.
and then in all of Neil Breen's movies, he plays like pretty much the same character in every movie. Like all of his characters are like, well, there's one that's kind of different. So there's the usual super secret hacker man who knows how to use computers super well
But-
for whatever reason.
He is going 2 and 2.
Yeah, and then the one from I Am Here Now, which is pretty much the only different one, but I haven't seen. Wait, no, there's a pass through is a little different, but like, and anyways, in I Am Here Now, he plays pretty much alien space Jesus, but like it's like it's really weird and it made no sense, and like he, when he. In the first shot, when they like revealed that Neil Breen is alien space Jesus, the man with the '80s haircut, like he had two like ram sticks like under his sleeve, so it's like he's like part robot too?
Yeah,
so
but
maybe he's
like-
the ultimate hacker.
It shows him in the desert.
In that good
with,
old Nevada desert.
baby doll heads around him for some reason. He's in this white robe and he turns around slowly to the camera and exposes his forearms. He has two ram sticks like tucked into his sleeves. Now, for people who don't know, ram sticks are parts of a computer. So he basically had these computer chips
Yeah.
jammed into his sleeves.
And then I think under it, like where his shirt would be, I think there was like a motherboard or whatever.
Yeah, he also I think he was wearing like an alien mask or something. Like goddamn
that looked
Halloween.
that looked like a Michael Myers mask or something
Here, let me look
creepy. Well, no,
Let me
not
look it up.
it was pretty creepy, but that movie he pretty much runs around Las Vegas instead of the desert. He runs around Las Vegas, correcting everyone's wrong because Neil in all of his movies. In all of his movies, he's apparently the ultimate, like, poster child of morality. You know, he's like
Hmm.
he's the most immoral person ever. Because Neil Breen does no wrong apparently. I
Yep.
mean, if you watch his movies, he'll be like, I see no fault in that man, in that
Hmm.
beautiful man,
He really can't do no wrong. You'll see Neil Breen and you'll
because
be like,
he doesn't know the difference.
he doesn't know the difference between right and wrong. Okay, Tommy, I just looked up Neil Breen.
Oh man,
I just looked up Neil Breen, I'm here now Ramsticks. Whoa, Tommy!
what?
On Google Images I found Neil Breen's listing as a real estate agent for Century 21.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I thought he was like an
Okay.
architect or
He
something,
No,
but
I thought he was too, but Tommy,
he's a real estate agent.
there's a cell phone number.
What? What?
He has two cell phone numbers listed. Now, Tommy, you gotta call him. 702.
Like right now?
Yeah.
Right.
On I am here. Now. Okay, I'm about to call.
Whoa. Put on speaker.
Yep, here we go.
What?
Here we go. Did you hear it?
No, I can't.
Okay.
Is it on speakerphone?
Yeah.
Oh, I can hear it.
Okay.
You were calling Neil Breen.
I am calling his old insurance.
Forwarded to an automatic voice message.
Okay, we got to his voice. We got to his voicemail.
95806 is not available.
Hi, Neil. I just wanted to say that I'm a fan of your movies. Um, it's not important how I got your cell phone number, but I hope that the Holy Scroat will make another appearance and pass through. So, have a good one, Neil. Take it easy. Love you long time. Now, folks, you heard it here first. That was
wait,
Neil
was there an
Breen.
area code?
Yeah, 702.
Oh, 702 is the area. Oh,
Yeah. I doubt he actually works there anymore. He probably quit.
he probably
But-
quit to make all of his movies. And
Yeah.
oh my. So, well, that just happened. Hey, if he calls back.
Hmm.
Oh, so
I hope he calls back.
so while we're still on the topic of Neil Breen and contacting him, I've actually made contact with Neil Breen. So I was with my friend and she and I emailed Neil Breen.
Hmm.
And I said I think I just sent a message saying, "Hey, big fan of your movies. Yeah, I think it was like, good fan of your movies. Keep it up. Hey, do you have an idea for your next movie?" And then about a few hours later, she sent me a message and it was a screenshot of his response.
Hmm.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, he responded. I honestly like forgot about it, like, you know, because that shows my attention span. But like,
Yep.
but I kind of forgot about it because I'm like, because it wasn't like super big, it didn't happen like right then and there. But he's like, hey, thanks. Tell your friends about my movies, pretty much. And he's like, and I
Please, please, please tell your friends.
And then he said, yeah, I have the concept for my next film. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I was super hyped. I was super excited. But that's my little interaction with Neil Breen over the net.
Hmm. Now, I
Just tried to call Neil Breen.
just tried to call Neil Breen, so I've got to one up you, Tommy. Hopefully, we'll get a response.
Hey, maybe one of these days we'll be able to meet Neil Breen, our hero, in person.
Mm.
I mean, hey, Ethan and Neela met DJ Khaled. So why can't we meet Neil Breen?
Why? Yeah, why can't we?
Exactly. So maybe one of these days we'll get to meet Neil Breen in the flesh
Now let's look up. Let me actually get his. He had two numbers listed, and we only called one.
Let's move on.
Oh, damn it! All right, all right, all right.
Yeah, that's Neil Breen. He's, in my opinion, the best worst director.
Don't you mean best?
Best worst director.
Mm.
So, I guess another bad movie is Birdemic, Shock and Terror. That's. I feel like that was the first bad bad good movie of like I've ever like experienced.
Mm-hmm.
And we have YMS to thank for that one because he's just like, hey, do you want to see this piece of crap? And honestly, I feel like Birdemic was kind of the start of everyone like watching
Bad movies.
bad movies or at least
No, I
knowing
think
about them.
it was just the start of ours.
Probably the start of ours, but because then we probably noticed more like
Yeah, like we've done other stuff.
yeah.
I mean,
Although I feel like it's like the big three is the Neil Breen saga, Birdemic, and Troll
Mhm.
2. And so Birdemic, a quick summary of that is basically it's a epidemic, but all the birds are like Windows 98 screensavers and they make plane noises and crash into things. And
yeah.
weird cowboy dudes hold you at gunpoint to sell you gas.
Mhm.
It's,
Oh
it's,
yeah, so
it's an experience, and all the acting is bad. The cinematography is bad. Everything is bad. It's the longest hour and a half. Like we tried to watch it well, not tried. We watched it recently. And that was the longest hour. That was one of the longest hour and a halves of my life.
hour and a half of our lives.
That and probably the B movie.
B movie, B movie. Yeah, no, the B. We need to have a for a separate segment for the B movie.
That's almost it's. I feel like it's not quite in the best of the worst league, but it's an honorable mention.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, then Troll 2. There's not even trolls in it. It's all goblins.
Yeah, like.
It's all goblins and like vegetables.
Mm-hmm. It's goblins and vegetables. Troll 2. Well, it's also
and
the
Nilbog.
green sludge.
And Nilbog.
Mm-hmm.
Goblin is Nilbog spelled backwards. Or wait. Wait, Nilbog is goblin spelled backwards. I got that back. I'm backwards. Oh
Tommy,
my
it's
god.
the reciprocal.
Yeah.
Now, Tommy, what else are we going to talk about?
Well, Oh, I guess there's always B movie. So I guess we'll talk about the B movie real quick. And so the reason why I wanted to watch B movie so bad, like in recent years, and by recent years I mean recent months. Although, do you think I could say recent years because it was 2016 still?
Nah.
When I'm like, hey,
Okay.
I need to watch this. But
according to all known laws of aviation, there's no way a bee should be able to fly. Its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies anyway. Because bees, I don't care what you... Ugh. Oh, God. Humans think it's impossible. Yellow, black. Yellow, black. Yellow, black. Yellow, black. Ooh, let's shake black and yellow. Let's shake. Shake it up a little. Barry! Breakfast is ready! Ooming!
Harrison,
you
don't need to read.
Hello? Barry!
This is
Adam?
Harrison, you don't need to recite the entire B movie script. That'll take an hour and a half. We don't have an hour and a half, man. Are you internally oppressed?
Yeah.
Do you need that sweet, sweet patriarchy money?
Yep.
Me too, fam. But the B movie, like, so I wanted to watch that because it became a meme all of a sudden, and I'm like, well, hey, why is it a meme? Is it really that bad? And then on January 1st, 2017, aka
Mhm.
about 18 days ago, or 17, I don't know. Um, it was released on Netflix Instant View, and
Mhm.
I watched it with Harrison and some other friends, and it was, and I sat there. I'm like, that was the longest hour and a half of my life,
Yeah, it was an hour and a half,
but it
but
felt like
it
three
felt
hours.
so much longer.
Like, so honestly, the B movie, it was cheesy. It was still in the beginning, but
Mhm.
it would have been fine. Like, you still would have been like, I don't really want to watch it because it's like a little too cheesy for me. But it would have been fine otherwise if they didn't add the human interaction.
Yeah, if it was
That
just
that when
if
they
it was
added the
just the
human
B movie.
when they added the human interaction, that's when things just spiraled out of control and got really weird and slightly uncomfortable.
Hmm.
You're just like, you like jazz?
You like jazz? You like jazz? You like
You like
jazz?
jazz?
You like jazz?
Um, but yeah, that's the B movie, and that's my honorable mention. And so,
Hmm.
the longest hour and a half of my life. Oh, Harrison, how could we forget The Room?
Oh yeah, Tommy, I did not watch it. Well, yeah, I did, but
Harrison, we both watched it.
yeah. Wait, did we?
Yeah.
All right.
I think later that night we then watched I Am Here Now.
Now, and then what else did we watch,
Then we
Tommy?
fell asleep because it was like 2 in the morning.
That's true. We did do this.
Um, but so The Room, all right, it's made by this guy named Tommy Wiseau. He has a really weird accent.
He's Polish, I think.
Wiseau, yeah, that I guess that sounds Polish, but like his movie, it had $1 million budget,
Hmm.
and yet they made something that was just so bad. I mean, I guess cinematography was okay. Question mark. But it was the
Hmm.
acting and the script that was so
Some parts of it.
some parts. I mean, you could tell that they had a budget,
Hmm.
but they looked like they spent like all of it on cocaine. Because Tommy
Hmm.
Wiseau just looks high as a kite the entire time.
I mean, he probably was. I mean, like they couldn't have used $1 million for that movie. They probably used a
Two.
lot of it on cocaine.
Oh. And $2 on the movie.
Hmm.
But yeah, and that's an experience. And oof. It's so bad. So, Harrison, let's
Tell me.
right now let's create a quick guide on how to watch and enjoy bad movies. So I guess
How to
first,
watch and enjoy bad movies.
yeah. So I guess, well, first you gotta know, you gotta be able to laugh at things that are really
Hmm.
stupid.
Also, you gotta have friends with you,
Oh yeah,
or
yeah,
else it's not fun.
yeah. You got like grab friends and like snacks or a full
Yep.
on 3-course meal. Doesn't matter.
Hmm.
But I don't know. Social events, in my opinion, are usually always better with food. Well, depend. Well, no, with food.
Hmm. Yeah, it's you've got to have something.
Yeah, you gotta have something to wash the taste of awful movies out of your mouth.
Hmm.
So why not do it with the good old sody pop and Papa John's
Good old, good, yeah, actually, or Little Caesars. Little Caesars is pretty great.
or your local Chinese food restaurant,
Hmm.
which are pretty much all the same.
Actually, yeah, our local Chinese. Oh, Tommy,
Hmm.
are you saying they're all the same? Are you saying they all look the same, Tommy?
No, I'm not saying they all look the same, but
Are
they
you
all.
saying they all taste the same? You
Well, I mean,
racist
for the
jerk.
most part,
You jerk.
at least in Paradise they do.
Tommy, you heard it here first, folks. Tommy's racist.
I never said I was racist. I said that like
You're not racist.
all the Chinese food in town, like all the
Hmm.
places, they all sell like the same stuff,
Hmm. Like, I mean, they do because it's just American Chinese food.
and it's
It's not
so
real
good.
Chinese food. It's wonderful. I breathed in I don't know, something that wasn't air. Anyway, we have a little place in Chico, downtown Chico, that we sometimes go to for lunch, called downtown or called it's called Broadway Market and Deli. Now nobody knows the name of it because there's no sign that actually calls itself Broadway Market and Deli.
It's just like a door and a
It's just a
window.
door with some with a couple signs on it that say in broken English things like good food and stuff. And it is fantastic food. The owners are very nice.
Oh
Um,
yeah, it's delicious.
delicious food, and also plus the owners are so sweet. Um, I just have to plug the owners. If you live in Chico, go there.
If
It's
you
great.
don't, well then go there anyways.
Yeah, just do what you want to do, I guess. But I would say go there.
Yeah. um, Chinese food is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Chinese food is it's something we can agree on, Tommy.
Mhm. And then there's a place called Hula's. I'm not sure if it's a
Oh.
chain or not, but there's one near us, next
Mm-hmm.
town over. But
Is it?
yeah,
We have I know someone who works there.
yeah. There's this guy at our school who works
Yeah,
at. I don't know his name.
Where Braden Gregoire. That's his name.
I have a feeling you butchered his last name.
Well, it's like Gregoire.
Well then, but it's like it's Mongolian barbecue is what they advertise, but it's
Mhm.
well, I mean, I guess that's what it is because it's pretty cool because it's like a not a buffet, but you go in a line and you pick out what food you want and you put it all in a bowl,
Mhm.
and you watch the guys cook it on a like a circular grill.
So it's basically Benihana's.
I guess,
Okay,
but it's fantastic. Would recommend if
definitely.
I guess if there's a Hula's by you and it says Mongolian barbecue. Again, I have no idea if it's local or a chain, and well, that's about it.
Hmm.
Well, is there anything else about bad movies, Harrison?
I don't or Chinese food
Or
or whatever else we've talked about.
I
I don't think so, Tommy.
yeah. So a quick recap: bad movies. If you want to try something new with your friends, try watching bad movies.
It's a great time.
Um, I'd recommend anything by Neil Breen, Birdemic Shock and Terror.
Definitely.
Yeah, Birdemic Shock and Terror, Troll 2,
The Room.
or The Room. Those are really like the prime example. Harrison, we have to find more bad movies.
Yeah, I mean, there's it's kind of like a cult thing. Bad movies are.
Yeah, and so, I feel like sometimes they're a little hard to find. Like you gotta
Hmm.
like it's hard to find stuff of. Oh wait, there's that one werewolf movie that JonTron did a video of.
Oh yeah, Werewolf 2. Your sister is a werewolf or whatever.
Watch if you're looking for another bad movie, watch that one, and
Hmm.
watch the JonTron video of it too, cause it's pretty funny.
Good. John Tron's great.
Yeah, Harrison, we gotta watch that.
Hmm.
We have to watch that. The Werewolf 2, Your Sister is a Werewolf. Also, it has Christopher Lee in it. Just thought you guys should know.
Yeah, Christopher Lee is in it. Is as it happens, Christopher Lee's in a terrible movie.
Yeah. I mean, Jerry Seinfeld's in a pretty bad movie, and Oprah, and
Oh, wait, which movie are we talking about?
B movie.
Yeah, but what else? What other movie?
No,
The
that's
Oprah
what I was.
movie.
No, that's what I was talking about.
Oprah's in B movie?
Yeah.
Who does she play?
I have no idea. Maybe she plays a bee.
You play a bee, man.
Not really, because I'm not in the bee movie.
Yeah.
Well, I believe that's it, folks.
That's all, folks.
Yep. Hope you enjoyed your stay on our cave for
Strange journey.
our strange journey. Now we kindly invite you out of our cave until we think of something else to talk about, I guess. I don't know, and yeah, remember to uh,
Do your homework.
do your homework. Check out our new SoundCloud that I'm setting up.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully everything will be up on that.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see you guys later.
Later, skaters.